One headline says that AI predicted the building blocks of human life and actually won a Nobel Prize for it. And the other one says it's deleting your job. One YouTube guru says that you should learn coding, and the other one says coding is dead. And these mixed signals aren't just annoying, they are paralyzing. Clearly, there is some undeniable signal beneath all of this noise that we have right now. And I've spent last 2 years building custom AI agents and automating workflows with zero coding experience. So I can actually pinpoint for you where is the signal and what is all the noise. For the last 2 years, we got very much comfortable as we entered the chatbot phase. It was simple. You ask a question, it gives you back the answer. But while we were doing all of this fun and creating all of these things, technology has been changing rapidly. That is why Bill Gates actually called this out to be the
biggest technical thing ever in my life.
One of the IDC reports show that 66% of the companies are cutting down their entry-level jobs because they believe AI will be able to do anything that an entry-level graduate will be able to do. Because the entire corporate pyramid has started to break already. If you're at the bottom of that pyramid, either you are already replaced or you soon will be replaced because AI has taken up that space. The whole agenda to hire the juniors was that they will learn and get better at their job over time. But they can be simply replaced by agents who work 24/7, take menial payments, and also do not complain about anything. PwC data confirm that AI skilled workers are earning a 56% premium salary than the others. So I have a 5 skill set rule that will actually take you ahead. And the first one is ability to solve the problems. So you need to stop looking out for tool-specific hacks. AI models and AI tools are getting better every week. The skill that I'm talking about is decomposing the problem into smaller chunks of tasks. If you have the ability to actually resolve a massive complex problem into decomposed atoms or smaller tasks that can be done efficiently by any AI model, then you are on the edge. And it also means that you have to be a BS detector. You actually need to know whether the AI model or AI tool that you're using is able to give you the right set of things as you expected, because AI always and will have the tendency of hallucinating and giving a confident lie. So the next skill you should really focus on is context engineering. Every entry-level user chats with an AI, but a professional actually specifies it. Now, these are not any magic words. It's all about the intent and the clarity. Or in simple words, can you frame your prompt into a rigorous spec sheet? So for instance, if chatting with AI is something like sending a postcard, which is quick, informal, and maybe open to interpretation, then context engineering is something like sending out a military order. It specifies the exact chain of command, the mission objective, the rules of engagement, and the required final report output. And this clarity actually ensures the action is completed reliably. To understand this better, there is a structure to a prompt that everyone should actually follow. The first one is role. It specifies how the AI model should adapt to a persona for answering anything that you're asking for. Next is objective. This is the precise outcome or objective that you're expecting from the AI model. Then there is constraints. These could be the boundaries, guidelines, guardrails, or any name variations or any system edge cases that you want to specify so that the model keeps following it throughout the entire execution of the command. And finally, there is an output format. So this determines how the output of the AI model should come out so that it satisfies the entire operation. Next on the list is agent orchestration. So the enterprises right now, they do not care about any individual tools. They care about the workflows. The high value hire in 2026 is always going to be a person who is actually able to give a plug and play system to a company. All that you need to do right now is create an AI first chain of anything that the company's priorities are. Now, this might involve a lot of components and models. Maybe MCP servers, agents, and whatnot to actually complete the entire business objective. But embedding the intelligence into a boring day-to-day task is something what everyone is going to look out for. And while we are doing it, we have an unfair advantage against AI, which is the taste mode. As we are seeing right now, the generative AI era is actually creating loads and loads of data and making the generation cost cheaper day by day. And to simply put together, this actually skyrockets the value of creativity even higher. That is where we shine as humans. We can easily determine whether an output was an excellent output or a mediocre output or not even a right output. The invaluable asset of us as humans remains the taste, the feeling, the creativity that we have. Because complexity is always going to create confusion, and your taste is only going to be the quality control that will be going in the long term right now. And finally, the number 5 that we have is data architecture. Most of the AI projects right now actually fail because the data is too messy or dirty and it cannot be tokenized. AI is not that advanced to understand the complex data architectures. And this is a single point of failure for 78% of the companies right now that actually feel that their data is not ready to be used with AI. AI systems are not inherently meant to magically fix any dirty data. And this calls for the most important architecture in AI, which is RAG, or Retrieval Augmented Generation. Most often, this process actually involves the process of chunking, where you break down a document or an information into smaller chunks and store it into a vector database, so that an AI model can actually retrieve that information based on its judgment as and when needed. We all have to understand that data is a fuel for AI, and if you put garbage in, then you'll always get the garbage out. And being a builder, you should actually know how to refine the fuel. So here's a piece of advice that I would have given to myself 2 years back when I was starting from ground zero. Firstly, you should check out the YouTube. All of the AI related channels will be helping you out in the AI literacy and knowing out the buzzwords and the taxonomy of AI. And if you're starting just like I did as a beginner with zero experience, my recommendation would be to sticking with one AI model, because each one gets capable every week. So you don't have to worry about it. You can either go with ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude for that instance. Do not treat it as an answering machine, but treat it as something that is processing or thinking things. So my third recommendation in this agentic era is going to be not learning things by studying the syntax, but actually building it. So the fourth point is also building on the third one, that we are living in an era where you do not have to give up on things if you find it difficult. The idea is to get comfortable and confident with this process. So 2026 is going to be a tough year for everyone. Tools can change, but the mechanics can never be changed. I'll see you in the next one.